Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. It's fine.
It's going.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
They are fruit. They are mad. They are fruit. And they're mad. They're fruit. And they're mad. They're fruit. And they're mad.
This is Their Fruit and They're Mad, Episode 1.
Episode 1.
We don't know what the crap we're doing.
Pretty much.
We don't. Okay, so our first episode is called what?
Oh, I don't know. I guess.
Here it is. Episode 1, here it is. Okay, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Do you want to introduce yourself?
No.
No?
You introduce me.
Okay.
How about that?
He's Giles. Are you gonna introduce me?
That's it? That's my whole introduction? No. Okay. I'm Giles.
Yes, he's Giles.
Beaver.
Beaver.
And this is
I'm Chloe Bainter.
Bainter.
Slash Beaver.
I always forget that.
That I'm not a beaver anymore.
Yeah, that you're not a beaver anymore.
Anyway, we are brother and sister.
Yes, we are.
I'm older. I'm 26.
I'm 24.
I always think you're
think.
like 22 or like younger.
I
'cause
always
you're just
have
my
to count
baby
it
brother.
out. Yeah, I got to count it out.
I will talk about you to people and I will call you my little brother and stuff and I just tell stories and they're like, oh, how old is he? I'm like, oh, he's like 24. They're like, wait, he's not like 12? Like,
Yeah, he's
Sorry.
eternally a little child.
No, I just talk about you like you're my younger brother because you are.
Well, that's fine. Okay, so where are we from?
We're from, well, currently we live in Elkhart, Indiana.
This is funny. Yeah,
What?
because I just looked at this question. I'm thinking, I'm from Angola.
Yeah, no, I always say Angola.
I'm from Angola.
We're from Angola, Indiana.
We were born in Elkhart.
We were born in Elkhart, and when you were probably maybe not even 1, we moved to Angola. And we grew up in Angola, and I love Angola so much.
We can't talk about Angola right now because we need to
Why?
save that for a whole nother.
Oh, man.
We have it written down for another episode.
Do we really?
I did.
I
Did you
guess
not look
we
at
have
it?
a plan. No,
You don't look at my scribbles.
No, that's not true. I do check the Google Doc that we use, and I set up the Google Doc.
Yeah.
So don't
You did
act
more work
like
on the Google Doc than I did.
I did the whole thing, and you just like added little pieces here and there. Anyway, all right, we will save Angola talk until
But we
another
are
time.
from Angola, but we've lived probably close to the same amount of time in Elkhart.
Probably. We
Oh no, you
moved-
lived in couple cities
Yeah.
away for a
Well,
while, but
yeah. No, mostly I feel like you probably remember Elkhart better than Angola, just because
no, I don't know. Well,
it's hard to say because we moved here at like a the age where like we became more like individual people, and I don't know, we were a little older when we finally moved here, but it was
Yeah.
still so long ago because I forget I'm like nearing 30, which is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we moved here in 2010, I think.
yep. So this is our home base, Elkhart,
Yeah.
Indiana.
Elkhart, Indiana. Which is, for anyone that might be listening, doubt it, but anyone who's listening who doesn't know us and doesn't know where we live, it's right by Notre Dame, which is in South Bend. So the Notre Dame College, the Fighting Irish, etc.
Which
That's
I
where we
hate
are.
and don't support. I
Okay.
hate them.
Well, we don't have to talk about it then.
But my hatred stems from Dad's hatred. I have no reason to hate them.
I
really.
literally could not care less about college football, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's kind of college basketball is where it's at, which is coming up, and I'm really excited about.
Also, don't care about basketball.
But college basketball is a whole different thing.
Okay,
All right,
I'll give you that.
let's get the episode a little bit more into. Okay.
Do you have a plan? Because I sure don't.
Well, I do kind of. I just want to keep it going, but.
Yeah, for sure.
So what have you been up to this week?
This week, oh my gosh, just working and reading. That's pretty much all I've been doing.
Yeah.
I read nonstop. If I'm not,
Yeah, when I'm
if
texting-
I'm not working,
Yeah.
I'm reading a book, and that's like only lately. Usually it would be like TV or something, but in the last month, I've just been like reading book after book after book.
I text you and you're either reading or working.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's what I expected. Me, this week,
Yes.
I've been working on logo designs
Right.
for Jonathan.
Yes. For other people.
And I just got this gallon of green tea ice cream.
Oh my. A gallon of green tea.
Have you ever had green
ice
tea
cream?
flavored things?
No, I don't like tea, so I just don't gravitate towards tea flavored, tea related items.
Well,
Is it good?
it's decent. I like green tea stuff,
Uh-huh.
but it was just so expensive to get, and I'm never gonna get it again. But it's really good
What was it? Like
at the same time.
Why was it expensive?
It's really not
Is it
great,
not
but
just
it's great
from the store?
because, huh?
Is it not just from the store?
It's
What-
not. It's at an Asian market.
Oh, okay.
Right off our road.
Is it like matcha green tea ice cream or just green tea ice cream?
I don't know.
Is
Is
matcha
there-
different than green tea?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I should know.
Don't quote me on that
I'm
one.
the past barista. I should know that. Either
Okay.
way, not a fan. Not a fan. But
No.
I'm glad to hear that the ice cream was okay.
Yeah.
Seems
It-
like not a very
I
exciting
was
thing to
expe-
bring
yeah.
up as a part
I
of
know.
your week.
Well, it's my week.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
gonna be eating it.
We're very boring individuals.
Yeah. Well, they can listen to it or they can not listen.
That's fine. Perfect. It's up to
Everybody
them.
stopped. Everybody just stopped. Yeah, green tea ice cream? No way. This guy's a loon. and they're gone.
Well, what about the rest of your week? Is that it?
No, that's my whole week.
It's your whole
Well,
week.
and getting
Or-
ready for this.
Yeah,
but
getting ready for the podcast.
That's
I'm
a
trying to
crazy
think
thing.
if I did anything else this week. I don't. Oh. No, I don't think I want to bring that
Wait, now you gotta bring it up.
Okay, I toyed with the idea of selling feet pics online.
No. No.
To like research. Hey man, I like money. I don't have very much of it.
You stooped all the way down your body.
No, but like
to the feet.
it's your foot. Like who cares?
Yeah, well, a lot of people, I guess.
Yeah, so like I don't know. I just looked into it. I didn't do it.
Okay.
That's part of my week was research for
Okay,
that.
well, yeah. Maybe, yeah.
We'll
Maybe
see
we
if,
shouldn't have brought
that
that up.
gets left in the podcast or not.
So, okay, what is the point of this podcast? What do you think for you?
For me, literally, mostly it's just to hang out with you.
That's
To,
what I
like,
wrote down.
Yeah, to
I wrote
spend
down
more
that-
time together doing something fun.
To talk to you.
Yeah.
I wrote down because when your sibling gets married and moves on.
They
A
leave
lot of
you
people.
behind.
Oh no, that's not what happened. I know that's not what happened. We love each other.
Yes.
But this happens with a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, where your sibling moves out and then you just you're doing your own stuff, so you're not
Yeah.
talking all the time.
Yeah.
But we get together and we're still laughing it up,
Yeah.
cutting rugs left and right.
Cutting rugs.
But I miss that. We don't do it nearly as much as we should. So
Right.
this is a good thing.
Yes.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
It gets us together at least, whenever we. I see you like once a week at least. Usually.
Yeah. Now that you don't have a washer.
Yeah.
You
I
were-
use
that wasn't
mom and dad
true.
for their washing machine. No, it wasn't
Before you
true.
needed us.
No, but this
You
is.
stayed away until you needed us.
See, my support system has been altered recently. So I'm
Yeah.
at my parents' house a lot more, and you still live with mom and dad. So,
Yeah.
so I
Well,
see you.
Okay, so before this goes on any farther,
Yes.
I need to take this coat off, which I wore on purpose.
Oh, no. Is this okay?
I wore on purpose.
He's been wearing this coat probably to keep me in the dark about what's underneath it.
Yep.
I swear, I think I know what's underneath this coat.
Yes, for our first episode, I wore your favorite short. Your favorite shirt.
Every time he wears this, I can't stop talking about how much I hate it. If you're just listening, he's got like a little league football. I guess it'd be little league baseball, but he's got a tiny football jersey on that looks like it's got like ruffled sleeves. An
It's for the
eighth
shoulder
grader
pads.
wears this probably. I don't know. Where'd you get that?
I got it at Goodwill.
Of
It's
course.
vintage. Okay, let's
Is
throw
it
that in there.
actually vintage?
It
Or
is vintage.
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell by the tag.
Oh, right.
And
the tag tells all.
The faded number on the front and back. So, what are our hopes for the podcast?
I don't really know. Like, I don't expect anyone to, like, listen so much. I mean, I don't expect to get listeners, like, regular listeners. So, my hopes for the podcast would be that, you know, anyone listens and likes it or follows or, you know, continually listens. But I just hope that we have a good time. Mm-hmm. And, you know, maybe something will come of it. But mostly I just think we're just going to laugh and have fun together.
That is very linked with the... you know, what we were talking about before, getting closer, just spending time
Yeah, the reasons
together.
we want to do the podcast in the first place.
I do have a hope that we're able to keep it up.
Yeah.
For a certain amount of time.
For sure. We have a good, you know, outline of several episodes that we'll be doing. I think we have, almost 20 episodes planned?
Yep,
sort of?
something like that. And I'm going to wear this jersey on every single episode.
No, you're not wearing it every single episode.
I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't be surprised if I wear this sweatshirt on every single episode though, because it's so comfy.
So, wait, I can't wear this every episode, but you can wear your inside jacket.
You know what? This is not a jacket, first of all.
Okay, jacket flipped out of my mouth. I didn't mean to say jacket. I meant hoodie.
Anyway, no, I'll try not to wear this hoodie, but I like to be in big baggy things.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's go on to quite quick questions on quirks and quiddities.
See, you say that, and I made notes, and I wrote down quibbity bibbities.
Quibbity bibbities?
So you're playing whatever you said. I'm playing quibbity bibbities.
Well, I like quibbity bibbities way more, and it's easier to say.
Wait, what was it?
It's quite quick questions on quirks and quiddities.
Yeah, and I just went quibbity bibbities.
Quibbity bibbities. Okay, so this helps the listener peer into our preferences and personalities through how we answer.
Okay, so what are our quibbity bibbities for today?
So I wrote down, what is our favorite movie of 2021?
Okay, this is an interesting question because I feel like... I don't know. I was a little disappointed in a lot of movies that I watched this year. I would say the movie I enjoyed the most was probably the Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like a lame answer.
No.
But it was the one that I liked the most. You tell me yours first, and then I can tell you, other ones that I enjoyed.
Do you have a guess at which one mine would be
I would say The French Dispatch.
No.
No?
It's not.
Okay.
That was nice.
I love Wes Anderson. For that one.
Oh, yeah. A long time. So it kind of boosted my expectations a little bit. Expectations. Yes, expectations. Mm-hmm. And I expect for things
I didn't pass inspection, you guys.
Not with that. Expectations were very... through the roof for that.
Yes, yeah,
and
for
it
sure.
Just kind of.
And it was delayed, so your expectations just kept building and building. Neither of us can say expectations today.
So mine is Dune.
Oh, duh.
Oh,
no,
duh.
Absolutely, duh. Okay.
Dune
yes.
Was amazing.
Yes.
Incredible. Maybe it was better to me because I had literally just read it.
Yeah.
And I think that makes that either makes or breaks the movie, because it could be nothing like the book,
right,
or it could be more than you would have ever dreamt.
Yeah.
And that's what Dune was.
It was more than you dreamt?
Yes.
And you had just read the book?
And I just read it.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
Wow. Rarely does a movie match up to the book. Rarely. And I have not seen Dune yet because you have requested that I not watch it until I read the book.
Yeah.
And I have purchased the book. I just haven't started it yet.
You should.
I know I should. It's on my bookshelf over yonder, but there are so many things I want to read though.
Yeah, it's
How
fine.
many books have I bought just in your presence in the last few weeks?
Well, in my presence, 8? something like that, but you've gone.
I went a little hard at the bookstore this year so far.
Yes, you did.
I've gotten really.
There's
I
no
have had to
signs
buy another bookshelf. That's how bad it's gotten. And I didn't start out with many books.
There's no sign of stopping either.
No, for sure. I already have several more that I want to get. I have not allowed myself to go back to Barnes & Noble, though, for a couple of weeks.
We got to go to the Bookworm.
Oh, yeah. That's a little shop in our town that I have not been to.
Is there a specific reason that you loved Spider-Man so much?
I think just the feeling. I don't know. Marvel movies aren't about like, oh, that movie was so great. That was such a great script. There was wonderful dialogue. It's not about that. It's just like
what was that?
It's just a voice,
That
I
was
guess.
your pretentious.
Yes, I suppose. Yeah,
pretentious voice.
That was pretentious, Chloe. No, I just really, really enjoyed it, and I mean, maybe I shouldn't say certain spoilers. It's been out for so long, but Mom and Dad haven't watched it yet. Oh, they did?
They finally did, yeah.
Did they like it?
Not as much as we did.
Really?
No.
Oh, well.
They did. They liked it, but...
Okay, well, that's fair. But
when you see a movie late like that, there's so many other people's opinions on it already.
yeah.
So then you build this...
That's what happened to me with Frozen. When Frozen came out, everyone was like, oh my god, it's so good, you have to see it, it's amazing, it's so amazing. And I watched it and I was like, oh, it's fine. Also,
me too.
that happened for me with The Breakfast Club. I never saw The Breakfast Club until way late in my life, I feel. And I didn't care for it that much.
Yeah, you don't want to hype that one. That one's not amazing.
No,
But
but people
if
would
you were to
act
see
like
it
it was.
when you were younger,
Yeah, maybe.
probably good.
There are tons of movies that I love that watching it for the first time now would be like, no, this movie sucked.
Speaking of that, I just watched Batman Returns
Okay.
last night.
Which one is that?
That's the one with Penguin and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
Okay. All right.
Well, Danny DeVito's Penguin.
Danny, yeah.
Which Danny DeVito blows it out of the park. I mean,
He's disgusting.
He's disgusting in that movie.
gross.
That's not what Penguin is in the comics,
Yeah,
but that's
no.
what Tim Burton wanted, and he nailed it.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
delivered.
His little jammies.
Spitting everywhere. He's like, "Rah."
Is he like covered in sludge,
Yes,
basically?
basically. He's wearing this unitard, and it's all the way up his butt.
Oh, the worst.
But that movie is just, you watch it for the fun memories, but you
Yeah.
don't watch it for the good movie.
I guess.
Or you can watch it for Danny DeVito.
Yeah, there are a lot of movies that have held up for me just based off nostalgia, not
Right.
because the movie was
I
good.
thought that movie was so awesome.
I don't know if I've ever
Back then.
watched it. I think the only Batman movies I've seen are the Heath Ledger and Christian Bale Batman movies, which Heath Ledger was only in one. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think those are the only ones that I've seen.
I'm excited for the new one.
Yes, I'm very excited for the new one.
Robert Pattinson's incredible.
Yeah. So Robert Pattinson, I didn't have Edward Cullen days, where I just ooh, Edward Cullen, Twilight,
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't care for Robert Pattinson because I didn't care about Twilight, never watched it. But I think I'm going to have our Pat's Bruce days, that's for sure. I think I'm going to like me some our Pats as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What was our drive and what were we doing before we even had the idea for the podcast?
What was our drive?
What
Why did
was-
we want to do it?
No, what were we up to? What were we doing before we even had this idea?
I mean, how the idea came about? What were we doing when we got the idea?
Sure.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
Sure.
guess I don't understand your
No,
question.
it doesn't matter.
No, we were just... Okay, Mom always wanted us to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Right. She would always be like, you should do a podcast. Because when we would just be talking and we would just be funny. And, our family thinks we're funny. I don't know if other people think we're funny. But she just would never not suggest that if we were like talking and having a good time. And so finally I was just like, yeah, why not? I mean, I guess we can.
Yep, why not put these shenanigans to a mic?
Yeah, I know. Well, she texted me and I was like, Mom, I don't have the time to like put into doing a podcast. And then when when the idea became more like us just kind of hanging out and talking about whatever, that was easier for me to like think, okay, yeah, I could probably do that. Whereas like a podcast where people talk about a certain topic and do a lot of research on that topic and then like present information, that's not the type of podcast that I would want to do.
I couldn't do it.
I probably could, but I just don't have the time to put in the effort to do it. So like thinking about it as like a just having fun and being together kind of podcast, I was like, okay, yeah, we could do that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, you tell me what you mean by that question and answer it, because I wasn't sure.
Okay, so what I was meaning, which your answer's fine, I don't care. But what I was meaning is when I live my life, I kind of have a big drive at random times on what I'm doing, like what my focus is on.
Okay.
Which, yeah, that question is a little bit hard to follow. But, so, at the time before, I had watched Dune, I had read Dune, and my drive...
Dune was your personality.
That was my drive. That's what I was focused on.
Okay.
Well, after that, my focus went to, hey, maybe I can write a sci-fi book. So I had all these ideas to write a sci-fi book.
Yeah.
And then we were like, you were like, yeah, we could do a podcast. And I was like, well, there goes that. And I shifted to the podcast. So then that's where my drive goes.
Yeah.
That's just how I work. I have these random fits of, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then my focus goes there.
See,
it doesn't last long, but
maybe I don't just have drive necessarily. If I wanted, honestly, I'm just chugging along, truly. But if I want to do something, it's got to be like spontaneous. Like I got to do it right now. So that's why, like when we were thinking of the podcast, the next like couple days, I was just thinking about things for the podcast and like making notes.
And you made a lot.
Yeah.
You did a lot.
I did. But like then we had to wait for equipment and not like I lost that excitement, but like my drive is in such short bursts that it's like something will become like an obsession for me, but it quickly kind of fades away.
Mine will be like that too. If I'm bad at it, it'll be like that. I mean, if I'm bad at it and I'm like, I can't do this.
Right, like you think you want to start something, but if you're not like immediately good at it, you just kind of like walk away from it. Yeah, no, I can completely understand that. Because I would love to have hobbies where I like make art or do something cool, but I don't know how to do that, and I don't like have enough. I probably have time to do things, but I don't have enough motivation to really stick to something.
Yeah, painting makes me mad. Painting.
You're good at painting, though.
No, I'm good at drawing.
I'm not good at any of that. I just don't feel like I don't have a creative bone in my body to be.
You do too.
Oh, I don't though.
Yes.
Okay, where?
They just hurt all the time.
What?
All your creative bones hurt all the time.
They do. They're constantly in pain.
We were talking about this before we started. We were both cursed. Someone in our family had dumb body disease.
That's what I said.
That's what Chloe said.
No, yeah, we just all have pains. Like my hips are constantly hurting. I will like lay down flat and not be able to get up because like I laid down too long and my hips settled in the wrong place.
You should not live alone.
I shouldn't live alone. I really shouldn't. There was a time that I was on my floor because I was like petting my dog and I had laid down on the floor and I was like, I don't know how to get up. I can't get up.
Oh yeah, we both have dogs. We should probably name our dogs real quick.
Giles, we're getting off track.
No,
big time.
let's just name our dogs real quick because we could have put that at the beginning.
My dog situation's complicated. Technically, I have 2 dogs.
Oh, yeah.
I have 2 dogs. The one that lives with me, her name is Sabine. She's a Sheltie, and she's almost 3. She's a Pisces.
And she's terrible.
She's not terrible. She hates anyone except for me. She's not terrible. She is not nice.
She's a living nightmare.
Giles will come over and she will just bark
she
at him the whole time.
She can't be here while we're doing the podcast.
No, my mom had to come get her. could take her in their house. But
So
no,
you tell me.
Giles.
You tell me if that's terrible. We have to take her to a different location so that we can do a podcast.
You ain't getting me to no secondary location.
What in the world is that?
John Mulaney.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, no, she doesn't like it when Giles does weird things, like especially fast weird things with his body,
Which is
like
all
just
the time.
his weird quirks. She doesn't like them.
It's
she
all the
just
time,
barks
too.
at him. So yeah, no.
Well, I can't talk either.
No, that's true. She kind of just hates you.
I was helping you put together a bookshelf today, and she was having a fit
Yes.
at me
Yeah, it's
for over
true.
a bookshelf. I was like,
She's the
I'm building this for your house.
So sweet though. She's so sweet and snuggly and wonderful, but only to me.
I spent like 2 hours with her in a dog kennel. You'd think she'd be okay with me.
That's true. That's true. We were at our
And
grandma's
she was
house.
laying on me.
Yeah. Okay, dogs aren't allowed at my grandma's house, but we had like a cage, like a big cage that like Giles and I were sitting in with my dog Sabine and Giles' dog.
We were
We're
reading.
so off track, Giles.
Chloe, this is the podcast. We don't
Okay,
have
tell
to be
us
together.
Tell us about your dog.
Yes, my dog. Okay, we're done with your stupid dog.
I'm done with my stupid dog.
My dog is named Huni Tupelo
Huni Tupelo.
Beaver. And she's a miniature dachshund.
She is a miniature dachshund.
And she's an angel.
She is wonderful.
And
She
cuter
is
than-
the babiest baby.
She is.
She is pure sunshine and sweetness.
I was driving to go back to our house to get my notes.
Yes.
And she was on my leg.
Mm-hmm.
Like curved onto my arm, which was not safe for driving, but I didn't want to move.
Yeah.
And she, on the way, she
Just look up at you.
looked up at me. And I could have like crashed in the car as I was looking at her for so long, which was
She's
not good,
so
but she is
cute.
so cute.
She is really cute. They adopted her, before fall, or was it right around fall?
I think it's
last
about
year?
6 months.
6 months.
Coming on 6 months or something like that.
Yeah, her name was Honey. So they call her Huni, or Huni.
Yeah,
because
Huni.
it's-
Yeah,
Yeah, Huni.
you're right.
Hunnich.
Yep.
Because is it Dutch or is
It's-
it German?
Pennsylvania Dutch. It's like what the
Pennsylvania
Amish
Dutch.
people speak.
Yeah, anyway. So her name is Huni Tupelo. Because Tupelo honey.
Tupelo honey.
Yes. And she's so cute. She's
Yep.
wonderful.
Okay, now we can go back.
Okay, what were we
'Cause
talking
you're
about?
so-
Because I don't remember. This is the thing, though. We get off track and then, like, what were we talking about
We're
in
on
the
the
first
quite
place?
quick questions.
The quibbity bibbities.
The quibbity
Okay,
bibbities.
what was our quibbity bibbity? Because I feel like I had more to say.
Yeah, well, there's a ton of questions.
I know, but like, what were we talking about before we just randomly started talking about dogs? We've done this twice now, already.
Our focus, our focus was before the
you
podcast.
were saying that there's a creative bone in my body, and
Yes,
I was
and you
like,
just-
no, there's not.
It just hurts
See,
all the time.
No, this is the thing, though. When I was younger, I would ask mom and dad because, like, Marcus had music, and now you have music as well, and art. Like, you're super artistic, artsy fartsy, always drawing, sketching, or like doodling, I guess is more like it. So many doodles everywhere. There's not a shape on a piece of paper that doesn't have a face in it. But yeah, I don't have any of that. And I would ask mom and dad, like, what am I good at? And they would tell me, oh, well, you love to read books and you read really fast. And you could be like an editor of, like, you know, a book editor. I'm like, oh, great. I read really fast, guys.
Well,
I'm really good at reading.
You're the smartest of all of us kids.
No, I am
yes.
not.
Oh my goodness, yes you are.
No, I am not. No.
You're
There's no
denying
way.
your true self.
No.
Yes, you are.
I am not smart.
Okay,
I don't
we're not
know
gonna get into this,
anything.
or else we're gonna be yelling at each other.
I am not smart. I really don't think I am. Like, I don't like math. I can't. My brain can't do numbers. It starts to slow down if I look at numbers. It's like, it literally turns off.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that smart.
Well, I do. I think you.
Well, thank you.
I think you're also the best with people, even though you hate being with people. I think you're the best with people.
That's true. I am good at being with people. I who was a hairstylist for some time, and you just have to be personable. And I'm not, but I can fake it. I am really good at faking being personable.
That's a skill.
With people. Yeah, I guess so.
That's
yeah,
art.
So you can read
That's
and
art.
you can lie.
That's the art of...
And that's what you're good at. Reading and lying. Anyway.
You're an editor for a fiction book, is what it is. Mom
That'd
and
be
Dad
perfect.
got it right on the nose.
Yeah, that would be perfect. No, I don't do that though. That's not my job.
No. Well,
Any
okay,
more
so
quibbity bibbities?
a morning beverage.
I really don't. I don't drink coffee. Like, rarely I'll go get a coffee, like an iced coffee. I don't like hot coffee. So my morning beverage is typically just water.
Yeah.
I'll have a morning
I figured
beverage.
you'd say that.
Because you like all the things. You
I
love
do.
tea and coffee.
I like all the things except for water.
He hates water. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. You don't like it.
My morning beverage is coffee. I always thought that I like tea more. Mm-hmm. And I think I do. But it's just Mom and Dad and I all drink. We love coffee.
Yes.
And we all drink it in the morning. And it's always there, basically. So I'm always drinking coffee in the morning. But I think I'd have to call myself a coffee person just based off that. But I do love mushroom tea.
Some tea. I have an espresso machine literally in my kitchen on the counter. Okay, you gotta stop doing that.
I love the tea.
It's a weird thing you're doing. No, the one and only time I've ever made an espresso drink in this apartment was when I made
And it was great.
I made it for you. That's
You
because
should
I
do it
was
again.
a barista.
You could do it again for me now.
I could do it again for you now.
Okay, so night beverage then. Okay. Not
What do
just,
you mean night?
Not night beverage.
I'm gonna sit down and have my night beverage because it's 8 o'clock.
My night beverage.
Your
No,
snoozy snack.
like when you're out and about and
I love
stop at the
soda.
gas station.
I
Okay.
love soda. So like cherry Coke,
cherry Coke.
vanilla Coke, amazing.
You love that stuff.
I do.
And
I
that
love
is good.
soda. Soda is my jam.
I-
Also, I can smash some chocolate milk. I can. Oh, chocolate milk all day. I love chocolate milk.
Yeah. I've been drinking hot chocolate at nighttime
Oh,
recently
I have
at home.
salted caramel hot chocolate in my cupboard. I just haven't made any because I don't have a good way to heat up water.
Microwave?
I don't.
Microwave works.
I know, but I think the mugs that I have aren't microwavable. So I'd have
I
to
think
like
they
boil
would
it
be,
on
wouldn't
the
they?
stove.
Aren't most mugs?
Unless they have. That was quite a
Excuse
burp.
me.
No, I think mine have like weird like foil designs or something, and they can't be microwaved. So I just haven't had it yet.
Okay.
Oh, it's not interesting enough for you, so
Nope.
let's move on.
Yeah, I'm done with the beverage, the mug thing.
These are your questions.
Yeah, your questions are so much better than mine.
I do have some good questions.
Okay, yeah, hit me with them.
Okay, you don't want to finish your questions? You just want to go to my questions?
Well, I have one, but it's like already been answered. It's dog or cat.
Okay. Dog or cat? Yeah, we have dogs. We don't have cats because Mom is allergic. I do like cats, but we don't really have experience
Yeah,
with cats.
I used to go next door to Carter's house all the
Yeah,
time, and he had tons of cats, and I just
I
loved
didn't
them.
know they had cats.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
They did. They had like 2 or 3 of them, and they would sell me. I'll pet them. I'll pet them. And
No,
they'd be
I
so-
love cats. I would love to have a cat. I would go get a cat today, but
Oh,
Mom
yeah.
would
Me too.
be heartbroken. She would
Yeah.
feel like I literally stabbed her in the back because she wouldn't be able to come over here because that's how bad
Should be done.
she is with cats.
You couldn't get your laundry done either.
And yeah, I wouldn't be able to come do my laundry there.
You're like, that's the final straw.
That's my deal breaker. Not getting a cat. No, I do love cats. I would love to have a cat
Me
for
too,
sure.
but-
I think they're more like my kind of vibe.
Break it down. I think I'm a dog person though.
Yeah. No, I love my dog.
Yeah.
I would like to have the companionship that a cat offers because they like will just chill with me but then like walk away and not talk to me for a while, and that's how I
It's
am.
like you. It's like
I'm
you are a cat.
But yeah, so I guess I love cats and dogs, but I guess I would have to say dog because that's what I've got. But I have one of my questions kind of goes along with your question of like favorite movies of 2021, which I had other ones that we didn't discuss, other favorites, not just the Spider-Man. But my question was, what movies did you miss this year that you wanted to see?
All of them.
All of them?
I only went to see 2. I didn't even get to see Dune in theaters.
No,
because
that's true. And
it
you'll
took me
never
a
get
long.
to. You'll never.
They might put 1 and 2 together.
Maybe.
And if it's in a different state, I will
You
drive.
will drive there. Okay. All right.
Across the ocean, I will drive.
Well, I put down Dune as one.
Yeah. Why
me,
in the
that I
world
wanted
would
to
that
see.
be? Oh, you wanted to see.
That I wanted to
I was
see.
thinking, your favorite of the
Yeah,
year.
no. And then I wanted to watch Spencer, but I haven't. The one with Kristen Stewart.
Yep, I haven't either.
I've heard it kind of seems more like a horror film, like just psychological horror.
Oh, like the
because of-
cinematography maybe?
Maybe.
Makes it that way?
I'm not sure. I couldn't say for sure. But then French Dispatch, I didn't see that. But you told me it's more like short stories instead
it's
of
like-
like a movie.
3 stories into one.
3 stories into one.
It's cool. It's like a magazine in movie form.
Form. That's
in
weird.
movie form.
I'll have to watch it because I would like to.
Yeah.
I like Wes Anderson movies. I haven't seen many of them, but and then other favorite movies of mine. Can we go back to that?
Yeah.
Okay, because you just had Dune. Were there other movies that you liked this year that you saw?
Like I said, I saw like 2 or 3 movies
but,
from
like-
2021.
Okay, gotcha. Well, Adam Driver did 3 movies this year,
Oh.
and I love
Okay.
Adam Driver.
Yeah.
He's my man.
Yes.
He doesn't know me, but we love each other. Anyway.
I think if he saw you walking down the street, he would stop and
No, I think he would be like, I feel like I have a bond with this woman, but I don't know why.
I know you.
No, he would.
You're Chloe. Wait, how does he talk? He's Isn't that how Adam Driver talks?
No.
Chloe. You're Chloe.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
Oh.
So he was in Annette, which was weird, but I liked it. But it was really weird. You
Chloe
want to do
Painter, right?
more?
Chloe
do
Painter.
more Adam Driver?
You're Chloe Painter.
No. Maybe like deeper.
You had that podcast.
Deeper.
They're fruit and they're mad. Oh,
Yeah, deeper.
no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
The Supreme Leader is why.
Have I been wheezing enough for
No.
you? Should I wheeze some more?
Okay, keep talking. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So Annette, which
Annette.
was weird. Did
Okay.
you watch Annette?
No.
Okay, it's on Amazon. You should sometime. You have a thing with rated R movies,
I
though.
do.
You don't. You'd
I do
rather
stay.
not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless
I don't
it's-
have that. I don't really care.
It's got to really pique my interest for me to watch it.
Yeah, I get
and
it.
I do kind of have limits
I understand.
in place
Yes, I understand.
just for safekeeping.
House of Gucci. He was also in House of Gucci, which we saw together.
Which I did see with
that
you.
was one that we actually went together to see.
Yep.
And I liked it. It wasn't like a great, amazing movie.
Yeah, I heard
That was good.
Jared Leto was getting flack for his portrayal
I don't know.
of whoever he was playing, the Gucci guy,
Paolo Gucci.
which I thought he did fine.
Yeah.
I don't know why that would even be it. People like to complain.
I don't know.
But-
People don't like Jared Leto either because he like started a cult or something,
Oh, well.
which is weird. It's just a weird thing to do. Maybe
Oh,
don't
well.
do that, Jared Leto.
Okay.
And
Sorry-
then
sorry.
Tick Tick Boom, you watched with me,
Yeah.
and I loved it.
I
And
did like it.
I still like. There are some songs that I've been listening to, like
Oh,
on
really?
Spotify. Yeah,
Yeah.
3090 and
Obviously,
No More.
You liked it better than Annette because you
did.
probably didn't listen to
no,
Annette at all.
and that was weird. I liked it at the end. I liked the end a lot.
Okay.
But like the rest of the movie, like it was fine. I don't know.
So
Adam
you would
Driver's
recommend Tick,
attractive
Tick,
to me,
Boom?
so. I would
would
recommend
too.
Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah.
I liked it, and I think Jonathan Larson's story is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even though it's like really sad that he, died
That
and
is
all.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very sad.
And I had just recently seen Rent, which actually I didn't like at all.
Well, at least it was a success.
It wasn't for me. But then other than that, Encanto. Did you see Encanto?
I didn't see that.
I loved that.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It's funny how drastic my shift is. Like 2020, I watched a ton. Mm-hmm. 2021, I did not. Or it was 2019, I did. Once COVID started, I stopped watching movies. I don't know why.
Time paused in a weird way and then picked up, in 2021,
Yeah.
I feel like.
I don't,
like, it
I don't
was
know
weird.
why.
I don't know.
Encanto, why did you like that one so much? I'm interested in hearing.
I really liked the songs,
Oh,
which
okay.
were, I think Lin-Manuel Miranda did the songs, which I don't love him, but I liked that movie.
He helped
don't
out with
talk
Tick, Tick,
about
Boom.
Bruno. He did, yes. He also
Yeah.
helped out with Tick Tick Boom. But anyway, yeah. No, I really
He's a
liked
hard-working
Encanto.
man.
Hardworking man.
Hardworking man, making them song with the tunes.
But I also saw In the Heights, and that was another one that he did, and I didn't love that one so much. It was fine. Every song was like 3 minutes too long. It was too much.
The whole movie was a song, basically, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, oh yeah, you said you missed all the movies this year that you...
I've watched a lot. Recently, I've watched a lot of older movies, though.
Like what older movies?
Like my 4 last movies were, it was Scooby-Doo, the old, like 2000s, early 2000s Scooby-Doo, which...
Yeah, the one with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, all of the 4 movies I've watched last is in the Batman Returns.
Okay.
It's all like fun.
Yeah.
I want to have fun and watch these.
Yeah.
And then one I would recommend is, it's not a movie, but it's a miniseries. Mm-hmm. Aquaman, King of Atlantis. It's a cartoon. Really? It's like you're watching some random funny YouTube video, but it's like 40 minute increments. It's so funny.
Okay.
The animation is so derpy.
Derpy animation.
So funny. It's
Okay.
I would rather see that than the actual Aquaman movie.
Oh yeah, I never saw that.
It takes place right after that movie.
Really?
And it's so funny.
That is funny.
I would recommend it to you.
Where
and anybody.
Where do you watch that?
HBO. HBO Max.
Okay. Yeah. Provided to you by actually Jonathan. Not
Yes.
me. Okay, but more quibbity bibbities. Giles, what is your deathbed song? The last song you want to hear as you leave this world.
Yeah, I tried not to think about this one. I tried not to think about this one too much.
Because you didn't want. Okay.
But I did.
You did.
My brain did.
Okay.
And I've got it.
What is it?
Because I'd rather not be sad when I go. I want to be happy.
Okay.
And probably mouthing the words.
Yeah.
Until my last breath. Or singing the words.
It's just the last song, like the best
Since
song.
You've Been Gone.
By Weird Al.
Since You've Been Gone by Weird Al. That is it.
Since You've Been Gone.
Since You've Been Gone. Yes.
I remember all the words to that song. Is that an original song of his?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I assume so.
Well, I mean,
So?
not like a parody. Is it a parody to
I think
anything?
so. I think it's original.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Who else would write that?
No, I don't mean like he didn't write it. I mean like all of his other songs are parodies of another song, but I haven't
yeah.
heard Since You've Been
I
Gone
follow you
whatever
now.
the original song would be. But that one's
Yeah. I would want my last breath to be singing that song.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
'Cause it ends with-
I went in
it
a
ends with-
totally different direction.
And I want to go,
your death rattle.
yeah. It's very guttural.
That's disgusting. Can't wait for you to die.
Oh,
to hear.
thank
I
you.
probably shouldn't play with this chord.
Oh, probably not.
My deathbed song. It feels lame now, but it's just a song that I love. It's like probably my favorite song ever, by Fiona Apple, who is my favorite artist, and the song is Pale September, and it's kind of a sad song. So, I don't know. Total different direction.
Can I guess the album it's on?
Yeah.
Because I don't know her.
You don't know which album it's on?
I mean,
Okay.
I know her. I don't know her titles.
Okay.
Is it the red one?
No,
It's the first one, isn't it?
it is the first
Dang
one,
it, I
which is
should've-
Tidal.
I should have. I knew that.
Tidal. Tidal.
But I've listened to that one the most, and I still didn't know that song was on it.
Yeah. I love that album. I love all her albums. Not so much her new one. I haven't listened to her new one very often because it didn't like grab me in the first
Yeah,
couple
you've
of
loved
listens
Fiona Apple since you were tiny.
for a long time. There's
Tiny.
so much music that I love mostly because like mom and dad would listen to it, you know.
Mhm. Did they listen to that one first, or was
Mom
that you?
listened to Mom loved Fiona Apple
she did?
for a long time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, so that I guess would be my deathbed song. But
Yeah.
that feels so much lamer than Since You've Been Gone. So I guess I'll have to maybe
No,
we can go at
it
the
doesn't.
same time and we'll just sing Since You've Been Gone together. And then we'll die at the end of it.
Okay, so you're
Okay.
taking mine.
No, yeah. I have adopted it as my own. So actually
Well, I want another one rides the bus by Weird Al then.
that's great. Girls Just Want to Have Lunch.
Oh no, no,
Another
not
One
that
Rides
one.
the Bus is the best
That
one,
one's so-
I think.
Yeah.
What are your go-to fast food orders? That's another quibbity bibbity.
Yeah.
Your fast food places.
No, I
What do
didn't
you
answer
get?
this one because I don't. But I don't do fast food.
Not
but
so much anymore, no.
Mom and I, going to doctor's appointments and stuff, we'll stop and get a coffee at like Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Or McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I think if I were to eat anything, it probably would be a crappin' McSausage. What are they called?
Sausage McMuffin.
Sausage McMuffins.
So good.
Those, if I feel like anything, it would probably be McDonald's.
Okay, I only go to McDonald's
Breakfast.
for breakfast. I don't go for their lunch anymore. There was a time where I would eat McNuggets always, all the time. Every day I wanted nuggets. Which was weird. It was like a phase for like 3 weeks. I just wanted nuggets all the time.
I remember.
How do you remember this?
You had nuggets every time I saw you. You were always, there was a nugget in your hair once. I had to pick it out.
Not true.
I was like, oh my
You
gosh, Chloe's going
fabricated that
Chloe's going
story.
downhill fast. She's got nuggets in her
She's
hair.
getting bigger. Why is she getting bigger?
Yeah. She's taller. She's sticking nuggets in her shoes.
No.
No.
I would think that your answer would be Taco Bell.
I don't eat Taco Bell anymore.
Okay, but remember
They don't
when
have
they
the
had,
same menu.
What was the thing you always got?
Fritos Beefy Crunch.
Yes.
What is it called?
The Beefy Crunch burrito.
Beefy Crunch burrito.
That was like Giles's
That I had
his lifeblood.
There was a picture of me on Instagram for a while
Yes. I
of me
remember.
by the sign, and I was overjoyed. Like,
Beefy Crunch is back.
It
is
came
what the
back.
sign said, right?
yeah, that was. But there is something weird about McDonald's. Like, it draws you in.
They're fountain drinks. It's their fountain
their
drinks.
fountain Sprite is to die for.
Yeah. For me, it's their Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
And a
But-
lot of times I'll go there and I'll get a Dr. Pepper and they'll give me Diet Coke. And then I want to K-word myself.
K-word myself. There's nothing better than a McDouble after a concert, though. It's
I
heaven.
don't like their burgers.
No, it's
But
heaven.
yeah, McDonald's is our after concert spot. Our after Cedar Point spot is Five Guys. Or is that just Jonathan and me?
That's you guys.
Wow.
'Cause
Sorry to
I
rope
have
you
gone
into
with
that.
you.
You have, yeah.
Before, but I didn't buy it because their sandwiches are $90 billion.
No, they're not. They're like
Yeah.
$8. But it's so good after Cedar Point. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, everything's good after Cedar Point
That's true.
because you're hanging on by two threads.
Oh my gosh, Cedar Point is just one of my favorite places in the whole world. I haven't been there for like 3 years. It's been a long time since I've been to Cedar Point.
Yeah, I went there last year.
You went last year? Oh, didn't you go with like Jeremy or something? Mm-hmm. Man.
Good old Uncle Jeremy.
Good old Uncle Jeremy.
That trip was, I was so nervous to get COVID that whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I had just been vaccinated, so I didn't wear a mask, which,
You're outside as well.
And I'm outside, but there's all those rails that you're touching
Yeah, that's
and
true.
everyone else is touching. But it turned out okay.
I was going
and
to
it
say,
was amazing. It was a fun
neither
trip.
of us got COVID, but you did get
I
COVID.
did.
You did.
Way early on.
You got it working, right?
Yeah, because
you-
I have they have a COVID testing spot in
Yeah.
the building I was
In
in.
the building you were in. Gotcha.
Tried to be safe, but
Yeah, no, I mean...
there's only so much you can do when you're in the.
I've probably had it and just had it like asymptomatic, or I don't know. I've had a couple of colds, but I've gotten tested anytime I've gotten sick and it's been negative. And not rapid tests. I don't think I've ever had a rapid test, just the
No, I
normal
haven't.
ones. But I have somehow avoided COVID. But I have been careful, and also I don't really leave my house that much other than to go to work.
It's something to be said for not getting it,
Yeah,
because it's crazy.
it is. It's not. It's made life weird. Like, you wouldn't think twice before about just like going to a concert and just being
Yeah.
packed in with a bunch of people. Like, whenever we would go see Catfish and the Bottlemen.
It's been so long since
Yeah, I
since
know.
I've gone to one.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Concerts are Giles'
Seeing
like, favorite
Catfish
thing.
in the Bottlemen at the House of Blues, I think in Chicago with you
Yeah.
guys. That was crazy.
That was amazing.
That place is crazy. The floor literally is a trampoline, and it's made of wood.
Pretty much.
It
You
feels
can
like a
feel like the
trampoline.
building's about to fall apart as you're
It
jumping
will
up
fall
and down.
apart someday.
Someday, and I'm gonna be there, and we'll be singing "Since You've Been Gone" by Weird Al. It's his concert, and
He's coming to Elkhart.
No, he's not.
He
Are
is.
you serious?
He's coming to Elkhart. I haven't bought tickets yet.
Okay,
Are you going to go?
I would love to go.
Okay.
Where, like the Learner?
The
or-
Learner.
That's where I got married.
Yep.
Yeah,
And Weird Al.
Can I get married
Weird Al
to
did the
Weird Al
ceremony.
instead? Weird Al did the ceremony. No.
And you may kiss the bride.
Since you've been gone. Anyway, do you want to know what my go-to fast food orders are?
I do.
I guess I don't. I like Culver's cheeseburgers. This is a dumb question. Why did I come up with this question? This isn't even an interesting question.
It's not for people. This podcast is for us.
That's so true.
They can be mad, just
So
like
true,
the fruit.
bestie. You can be
Did you just
fruit
call
and
me
mad.
bestie?
Yes, I did call you bestie.
You can't do that. I hate that.
I know you hate that. But
I
it's
told you
just the
you were
word
supposed to call me worsty.
worsty
If you call
instead.
me anything, I'm your worsty.
All right, worsty.
Okay.
I guess I like a chicken sandwich from Popeyes. I love that. And I love me some Panda Express. What?
It's just funny to watch Dad when a chicken sandwich commercial comes on TV. He like stops everything and stares.
That's what we were watching the football game, and the KFC commercial kept coming on for like a certain sandwich that I know Dad has said he loves, and every time it would come on, I'd look over at Dad, and he'd just be like, just staring, like almost mouth-watering, like you could just see it in his eyes. And I even said, I was like, the sexual tension right now between Dad and that chicken sandwich.
That's what you said,
And he
yeah.
was like, what? What are you talking
He's like,
about?
he's
You're
blushing.
trying to
He's like,
deny
what?
it.
I didn't drool.
He's fanning himself. Anyway, yeah, Dad loves a chicken sandwich, and so do I. Do you want another quibbity bibbity?
Yeah.
What's your favorite scent? What's your favorite smell? What do you love to smell? That's a dumb question.
No.
No, you don't like to smell?
It's not a dumb question. I think every kid loves the smell of Play-Doh.
Play-Doh? I don't know that. Well, I don't know. I remember it being salty.
Didn't we want to eat it? Didn't you want to eat it?
It is pretty salty.
It has the same effect on a person as all the food from Hook. Do you remember that dinner
Food
scene from Hook?
Oh, you know
When
what?
it's all, like,
I don't
Play-Doh,
remember Hook
and they
very much.
They're throwing like all the colorful pudding at each other.
No, I'm sorry.
And they're like,
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
I wanted to eat that so bad.
Okay.
All of that. And Play-Doh reminded me of
Play-Doh.
that.
Just things you don't want to.
But Play-Doh isn't my favorite smell.
Okay.
I just
just wanted-
randomly thought about that.
Okay. Honorable mention.
Like the mud room in Grandpa and Nana's house.
The spider room?
The spider room.
The spider room? You
I
like the
love
smell
that
of the
smell.
spider room?
Yes.
It's the scariest room at Nana and Grandpa's house. And it's called the spider room because oftentimes you will find a spider in there. But it's where they keep their soda and stuff.
The spider room. That's such a funny.
It's
Who
called
named
the
that?
spider room. I
I
don't know.
know.
We just have always called it that. It's just, it came with the house, the name, the spider room.
I love that smell.
You love it. I think it smells terrible. Like, I feel like I literally can't breathe in there. I feel like my nose is like...
It would kill you if you stayed in there for 2 minutes.
I think so. My nose is rejecting all the air as it comes through. It's like, no, you can't breathe that. Sometimes there'll be like certain... Oh, there was, okay, when I worked at Ulta at the salon, if I'd get a facial from the esthetician, they had a steamer, like a facial steamer. What?
I just remember when you washed my hair at beauty school.
Yeah. And the almond shampoo.
And the almond shampoo.
So the almond
That
like
was good.
essence smell.
What about a steamer?
The facial steamer.
What about a steamer?
What about a steamer? No, the facial steamer at Ulta would just like, it smelled a certain way and I just could not breathe. And that's like what the spider room reminds me of. It's just like some air is just like, no, this isn't for breathing. You need to find other air.
So what is for breathing? What do you breathe?
Marshmallows.
Oh,
A bag of marshmallows is my favorite smell. I will just hold one to my face and just take the deepest breath.
Yes, I wrote that down too.
Did you?
I did.
Marshmallows above all else.
Pre-COVID,
honestly.
in the store, I would just shove my face into a bag.
Can you not smell marshmallows anymore after COVID?
No, I mean
just
I'm not gonna
because-
pick up a bag
Right.
at the store.
Let's press this
Lift
bag
my
to
mask
my
down.
face.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No.
Marshmallows for me,
Yes,
definitely.
that's a very good smell.
I
agree.
just feel like I honestly wanted to ask that question just because I wanted to talk about the smell of marshmallows. That's all.
It's fantastic.
It's the best smell.
So I love fantastic smells and I love horrid smells at the same
the
time.
spider room is
The
very
spider room
different than a
is
bag of
so-
marshmallows.
Musty and good, just like a good
I feel like you
beet.
a good beat.
A beet.
Like a
You know how beet
vegetable
tastes?
No, I've never had a beet.
How beet tastes is how the spider room smells.
Then I don't think I want to taste a beet. I don't think that's for me. I can't breathe with this beet in my mouth.
Well, like, beet out.
That's funny. Hey, Giles, I have a question. What podcasts do you like to listen to? Because we're doing a podcast. Let's talk about podcasts.
That's not true. I do listen to Smartless sometimes, but
Okay.
I only listen to Conan.
Conan
Needs a Friend.
Conan Needs a Friend. And I still haven't been able to find time to listen to one because I've been working.
If I recommend one, you need to finish Paul Rudd, the episode with Paul Rudd, because
I'll have to watch
the ending of that
listen to the Paul Rudd
episode. If anybody hasn't seen that, the ending of that is so funny. I've listened to it like 4 times. Once with mom and dad too, and they were laughing pretty hard.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Is
Conan
that
Needs a Friend.
episode my Chris Gethard show with Paul Scheer and Jason Mansuka or whatever his name is? That's my that episode of Conan for me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I love that episode. So
that
much.
episode was
So
funny. They did take over that episode.
Cash or trash.
Cash or trash.
I'm glad you watched it, even if it wasn't like exactly your thing, but. I listen to Smartless and Armchair Expert. I like Armchair Expert, but I haven't listened to Armchair Expert in a while.
Oh, with Dax.
Dax Shepard. And then Smartless is Jason Bateman and Sean Hayes and Will Arnett, and they're so funny.
Yeah, they are funny too.
so funny. I will be laughing until I'm crying while I'm listening to them.
If it's a good guest, I'll listen to it.
Yeah, I'll pretty much listen to anyone because they're so funny. But yeah. Armchair Expert, I would pick like certain guests to listen to. I wouldn't just listen to everyone. But then other than that, I just listen to Morbid, which is like a true crime podcast.
Okay. I think I've seen that. Seen
Yeah.
the thumbnail. I like Conan. He goes on such random tangents. They're so wild and so funny. Like nobody else could come up with it.
Yeah.
And it's so entertaining to me.
He is just the most oddly shaped man I've ever seen in my whole life. I would go through like a period of time when I worked at the front desk where I'm working now. When I was at the front desk, I would have like nothing to do or like wanted something going on in the background, so I'd either listen to music or I would just like watch random obscure YouTube videos, like the Miss Mojo videos that nobody actually like cares about. Sometimes I would find myself watching those.
I always think
for
about
a period of time. What
about the Spider-Man cast reacting to that lady?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I always think of that.
Miss Mojo. That's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. But, no, I found myself listening to or watching a lot of just Conan videos, like, with random guests. So, like, not the extra things that he does for his episodes, but, like, just, like, hanging out with the guests. And I would watch a lot of the Paul Rudd ones, because he would always bring that clip, that, like, Mac and me clip. Anyway, yeah. So I do enjoy Conan. I do. I just haven't listened to his podcast just yet.
I try to listen to whatever people send me.
Yeah.
You know, like your episode with Paul Scheer and Jason. What was his last name?
Oh my gosh, I think it's like Matsukis or something.
Anyway,
Let me look it up.
Whenever somebody sends it to me, they send it to me for a reason. You know, they thought I'd like it, so I try to listen to it. I listened to Aurora, which you sent, by the way.
Yes.
I listened to that album. I've listened to it twice.
You've listened to that album twice?
I
It's
did.
good, right? It's cool. I don't know, I like her
It is.
music.
It is. I'm glad you sent it to me because I've overlooked Aurora for a long time. Like I don't know why, just because there's a lot of music out there. So,
Yeah.
but I liked a couple of those songs.
Yeah.
A lot actually. Some of them sounded like they were from a Bollywood film or
Yeah,
something.
kind of. Yeah. I
And-
got that vibe from a couple of hers.
Her voice is really good.
Yeah. It's Jason Mantzoukas, by the way.
Mantzoukas.
Mantzoukas. Anyway,
Mantzoukas.
but yeah. I did have another question that I forgot about, but I did mention it to you. I think I mentioned it to you, maybe I didn't. What's the strangest thing that you've listened to lately? Like just something weird that you've listened to?
Aurora? No, she's not that strange. I don't know.
Not even like that the song was strange, but it was just strange that you picked that song.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Maybe
You know
not.
what? There is something pretty
Okay.
strange.
What's it?
So, what's it?
What's it?
If you couldn't hear that, she went, what's it? I go sometimes when I'm going to bed. I've been listening to either scores or experimental music.
Okay, keep going.
Am I close to something you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna totally blindside you though. So that has turned and morphed into whale sounds.
Oh.
Have you ever listened to whale sounds before? They are crazy. Those so ASMR. ASMR is so huge,
Yes,
and
I
you
love
ASMR.
I do. I love ASMR.
And there's all sorts of clicking
Yeah.
and flip flapping or whatever.
Sure, yeah, lots
There's
of flip flapping.
clicking and loud guttural noises from a whale that there's something it does something to your brain.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a whale noise. I just haven't really listened to whale
But
noises.
I only did it one night, but it was pretty cool. I'll
Yeah.
probably end up listening to more whale noises, but
That's fair. That's fair.
experimental music. Led me to whale noises, and
Okay.
I've had some good night sleeps.
Nice.
So what?
So that's your ASMR.
Yeah, what's yours?
Well, just this week, I listened to the Bug's Life soundtrack, the score
Bug's Life.
of A Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life.
That bangs. It bangs. It's so good. The
Yeah.
score of The Bug's Life. Do you remember it? Can you
No, not the
Giles,
score.
It's so good. And
Wait a minute.
oh my
I'm starting to kind of hear something. Wait, like when they're flying.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Giles, can I play you some? I can't, can I? No.
You can play me a little bit. I don't care.
No, I can't. I won't be able to find anyway.
okay.
No, but that soundtrack. Oh, and then that led me to the Wall-E soundtrack as well after.
Oh.
But the Bug's Life soundtrack, man. And they make that beautiful music for an animated show about bugs.
Yep.
It's an animated movie about bugs.
Yep.
And someone has made this beautiful,
Yep.
wonderful, orchestral,
Yeah.
amazing music.
Yes.
And fills me with such joy.
That's so funny. That's so funny because I never listened to scores, and then we started listening to scores at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I typically don't either, but yeah, I was just like, you know what? I'm just thinking about Bug's Life. I want to listen to the music.
Like, remember when I was telling you I feel bored listening to music anymore. It doesn't interest me as much.
Really? No, I don't remember you telling me
Okay,
that.
it was in the car on the way to Mishawaka, but
Oh, okay.
It's-
I rarely listen to anything
yeah.
other people say to me.
Yeah.
So,
no.
sorry.
Well, that was the last episode of this podcast. No. Yeah, and then I started listening to scores, and it's so interesting.
Yeah.
Like the Mandalorian
Oh, that's
soundtrack,
amazing.
Tenet soundtrack, Hans Zimmer.
I never saw Tenet. I need to watch Tenet. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Both of those that I just mentioned were not Hans Zimmer, but
Okay.
Hans Zimmer did Dune.
Okay.
I have
and
been
you've
listening
been listening to the Dune
Dune's
score.
soundtrack.
I knew that.
He did 3 different soundtracks.
For
There
one
was so
movie?
much music. He had 3 different.
Oh,
There's a sketchbook, a soundtrack, and just like an extra
okay.
thing. I have been listening to that nonstop. It is so cool. It added so much to the film. Mm-hmm. More so than I've ever experienced watching a movie, and I
Really?
think that's why I liked it so much.
Cool.
Such weird sounds.
Weird sounds.
Such
like
weird.
whale noises, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
No,
I mean-
I would love to watch the movie. I know you want me to read the book first, so I want to try to do
Yes.
that. When I get around to it.
You should. But the weirder the sounds I'm finding recently, the more I'm gonna listen to it, which
Okay.
is weird.
That's valid. You've listened to so much music that it's got to be different for you to be hooked anymore. I feel like you said even yourself that you've just been bored with music. So.
It's got to be weird or 70s music right now.
Okay.
Or like disco crap.
ABBA. Had listened
Speaking
to a
of
lot of
that,
ABBA
yes.
lately, and ABBA is so good. I love ABBA.
Listening to
Knowing
Angel Eyes
me,
last
knowing
night.
you.
Uh-huh.
That song, man, lights my life. I love that song.
Yep, me too. ABBA's really good. Or ABBA. I don't know how to say it.
It could be ABBA. I just say ABBA, I guess. But anyway.
Okay, is that it?
I don't know. I don't know if there was anything else.
I mean, it was just supposed to be
just hanging out and
get to know
chatting.
us.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I want to keep going. But I don't think we had anything else to talk about. At least plans.
We could
for
talk
here.
about just what we've done to plan the podcast. Like, it's been a lot of work.
Kind of, yeah.
Just
I mean,
we've done it in a short span too.
yeah. This was pretty spontaneous for like even having to wait for like equipment to get in and stuff. I feel like it's only been
That was the longest
few
part.
weeks, really,
was
that-
waiting for all this stuff to come in.
Oh, we should discuss why it's called They're Fruit and They're Mad.
Do you want to do that in the first episode, or do you want to make them wonder?
No, I feel like we should talk
All right.
about it.
Yeah.
Because like why is it called They're Fruit and They're Mad?
Go ahead. Go ahead. You remember it better anyway.
I remember it a little better. So we were playing charades, like with your phone, like the one. What did Ellen DeGeneres called it, like heads up or whatever, where you hold it to your phone, the other person can see what it is. You have a certain category. You know, you try to get the person holding the phone to guess what the word is or what the phrase is. So our category was literature, and I had the phone. I had the phone up to my forehead, and Giles gets real excited as the one that comes up. And the way Giles does things is just with the utmost just exuberance, and he's just like so happy to be
bouncing on your bed.
We were in my room. This was like what, 4 years ago, maybe more.
4? It's got to be more than that.
It's like 6, maybe.
Yeah, it's crazy. Something.
Anyway, so the world literature topic is up. There's something on my forehead. Giles gets really excited and he goes, they're fruit and they're mad. And I just start wheezing, laughing, trying to say the grapes of wrath, because it's gotta be the grapes of wrath if they're fruit
I've
and
never
they're mad.
read that book before, but we got it, baby.
They're fruit and they're mad. It's the grapes of wrath. Anyway, it was very funny to us, but like when we were trying to figure out what we could call this podcast, I was like, how about they're fruit and they're mad? Because that's always stuck with me. Right after that happened, I wrote in dry erase marker, they're fruit and they're mad at the top of my mirror in my room, and I have always kept it there, and I don't have that mirror anymore, but the next time I like moved and
It's
had
somewhere.
a different...
It's in a dump somewhere, and it's still on there, baby.
It still says they're fruit and they're mad.
It survived
But
all
it
the
was-
weather.
It was just so funny. It's like a core memory of mine that I will never forget.
And I'm glad that it's called that.
So yeah, it's called They're Fruit and They're Mad.
Instantly when you said that, I'm like, yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
We didn't even talk about other
Nuh-uh.
names. It was that was the first
it.
one I came up with, and you're like, yep, that's it. And I
And
was
we
like,
were
"All right,
sitting
cool."
in the dog cage
Yeah,
that we were talking about earlier. But anyway, those moments that we had back then, I'm hoping, you know, that this podcast is just a re-up of
Because
that.
that's the things that we would like go back and talk about, that Mom would be like, you guys need to make a podcast, because we'd just be talking about, you know, just old experiences we've had, and you need to make this into a podcast. So Mom, we did it. Thanks, Mom.
Well,
No,
one
thanks, really.
episode. One episode. Don't get your...
I have plans to continue.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. This has been really fun.
This has been fun.
So, one episode down.
One episode down. Whatever it's called. Here it is.
Whatever is... That's it. That's it.
Here it is.
I'm sure that we'll have a good time.
We will
coming
have
up.
a good time. So, anyway. I guess this has been Their Fruit and They're Mad.
Also, you're gonna take over now.
I don't know. Sure.
You're like, oh, you can do it. I'm too scared.
I did tell Giles, like, I told you, you're leading this, right? Because I've never done this before. Not that you have, but, you know, you had a whole page of notes there, so I just figured maybe you had certain plans.
Nope.
Your quite quick questions of quibbity-bibbities.
So close.
So close. Yeah, so far. Anyway, this has been Their Fruit and They're Mad with Giles and Chloe. And we'll see you next time if you decide to listen.
See you later.
Thank you for listening.